Alright, today we're gonna be making some grilled smothered pork chops. Let's make it happen. We're gonna go a couple tablespoons of salt, a couple tablespoons of coarse black pepper. Next we're gonna do a tablespoon of garlic powder, and we'll hit it with about a tablespoon of paprika too. And if you want to, you can add brown sugar to this, cayenne pepper, and really make it your own. We got ourselves some thick cut pork chops. These are center cut, but you could use any cut that you want. I would just suggest going with a thick cut. We're gonna hit these with some avocado oil. You can use olive oil or whatever oil you prefer to cook with. Then we'll come in and we'll just hit it with that rub that we made. This is thick cut, so don't be afraid to really give it some seasoning here. Rotate them around, make sure we get all the sides and all that good stuff. We're gonna let these sit out, let that rub adhere to the meat, and then we'll be ready to grill. All right, for today's cook, we're on the Oklahoma Joe's Marshal Centerbox. All right, so over medium-high heat, just gonna get these on. And the plan is to give these a good sear, 3 minutes aside. Alright, give them a flip. Want to get a really good char, that way we got that nice smoky grill flavor before we go ahead and smother them. We're going to move these up to the upper rack, away from the direct heat. Look at that. We got a skillet. Into our skillet, we're going to add some avocado oil. You can use butter too. Half a chopped onion. About a tablespoon of minced garlic. A couple handfuls of mushrooms. Get those on in there. And at any time, if you feel like one part of your skillet is getting too hot, don't be afraid to rotate it or move it over. Do what you gotta do. About a cup of chicken stock. And let's give it about a cup of heavy whipping cream too. We're gonna let this all come together and thicken up. We can actually season this with whatever seasoning we got left over. Alright, so now that's looking good like that. We're gonna pull this over. Alright, get our pork chops in there. Our pork chops still need to continue to cook, so we're gonna let our pork chops just sit down in here and cook until we get them where we want them. Can't forget, add a few sprigs of thyme. Really put it over the top. Alright, our chops just reached 145 internally. Check those out. Whew, let's get these off. Look at that there. Whew, smells so good. Let's plate it up. Our chops. Place that down just like that. We're gonna give it a little extra over the top. Whoo-wee! Look at that, man. Now that's a hefty serving. Grilled, smothered pork chops. That's a barbecue twist on a southern staple.